Garden of Reading, and welcome to my first ever weekly reading vlog, you guys. I'm so happy to be here. Honestly, I don't know if this is going to be a weekly reading vlog. I actually meant it to be just a regular reading vlog, so we'll see what it ends up being. Welcome to my first ever reading vlog. I am so excited. It is honestly like 10 o'clock at night right now. We were gone all day. Today literally turned into an all-day event, as you saw. We went shopping at the mall with the kids. We went to a hockey game. Yeah, we had a really good time. And so now we're back home and just relaxing. As you saw, I started reading Cilka's Journey. But before I dive into this book, you guys, welcome. Thanks for being here. If you aren't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here in the Garden of Reading, where we love all things bookish.
Yes, we do.
If you missed out on my recently uploaded bookshelf organization video, definitely go and check it out for all of your bookshelf organization inspiration and ideas, you guys. I got you. Loads of decor I showed you guys in that video that are housed all along my bookshelves. So yeah, definitely check out that video. As you see, my bookshelves are finally complete. It took me a while to get in here and get it done, but I finally did it, and it is beautiful. I've got string lights and everything. I'll give you guys a little pan over of what the bookshelves are looking like. That is my daughter getting onto my bed. She is always in the background, so if you hear smacking, snoring, videos playing, toys clanking around, that's my daughter. She is a mommy's girl. Wherever mommy goes, baby girl has to follow suit. So yes, I got in there actually yesterday and did these bookshelves. It took me
3.5 hours, you guys. 3.5 freaking hours, and I did not stop to take a break.
I didn't. I was just go. I wanted to get it done. It honestly, I almost felt like, what the heck did I do to myself? Like, because my room was just crazy. There was stuff all on my bed, stuff all on top of my vanity desk. There was boxes and books all over the floor. And when I seen that, I was just like,
what did I do? What did I do?
I was also in a time crunch. I did not expect it to take me 3.5 hours. Like, I honestly thought it was going to take me maybe around 2 hours. And as the time just kept ticking by, I was like,
oh my gosh.
But once I got my string lights up on my shelves and getting the books organized where I wanted them, it really started coming together, and I fell in love with it.
It is such a vibe.
I'm just loving the ambiance that the string lights gives, along with my little antique lamp. So yeah, go check out that video, guys, because I do go into detail on like my reading chair, my side table, my antique lamp, and things like that, and where I got the items from. So go check it out for your dream home library inspiration. If you're looking to build your own library at home and get started someplace, I've got you. So anywho, yeah, this is my first reading vlog. I've been wanting to do one of these for quite some time, but I just haven't been able to do it. If you've been around here on my channel, you know that I am a stay-at-home mom. I'm happily married with 3 beautiful children, and I also homeschool. I work from home, and then in my spare time as a hobby, I run a multitude of YouTube channels. This is my book channel. I also have a family channel if you'd like to go and check that out. I'll link it down below. And then my son also has a gaming channel as well. Yeah, you guys, I'm so excited to finally be sitting down doing a reading vlog. I planned to do a reading vlog from this morning, but that just didn't end up happening. My husband got the day off today, so we decided to go to the mall and get summer clothes for the kids, which you saw. We went to the children's place. Let me grab those bags. I've got 2 huge bags from the children's place, so I'm not going to show you guys what this is. If you are interested in seeing the clothes that are inside of these bags, I will leave a link down below to my family channel. That is where I'll be filming a video on all of the summer clothes that we got the kids this year. So you'll just have to head on over there and subscribe and be on the lookout for that video. But I do have 3 beautiful children. We have a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. We save all of our 9-year-old's clothes since he was a baby, so our 5-year-old gets all of his hand-me-downs. So most of the time when we have to go and do a whole new wardrobe shopping for summer and winter, we usually don't have to buy him very much at all. And so in these bags is going to be everything for our 2-year-old and our 9-year-old. Lots of fun, girly, frilly, pink items, as well as like gamer clothes. So If you'd like to see the contents of these bags, head on over to my family channel. So we did go there. We got boba, as you saw. Oh, I love boba so much, more specifically a strawberry banana boba. Chef's kiss, delicious, delicious. The kids, the two little ones, shared an Oreo boba, and our oldest was spending the night at his grandparents' house. Actually, all of the kids went and spent the night at their grandparents' house, which, thank you, Mom and Dad, if you are watching this. You guys are amazing for watching all three of the kids. So me and my husband can go out on a date night. It was very much needed. We haven't been out on a date in a year, and it was a really great time, and we definitely enjoyed ourselves. So the two little ones stayed one night, and then the oldest wanted to stay extra. So he was at his grandparents' while we went to the mall. And then we also went to another place in the mall, and the kids picked out some stuff. So I will show you guys that because they only picked out like a handful of items. But first, we need to talk about Cilka's journey, right? Because this is a reading vlog, but I do have like packages and stuff like that that I wanted to open up with you guys. So yeah, I think I might turn this into like a weekly reading vlog or just like a few days worth for a reading vlog. Today is...
What even is today?
Today's Friday. Today's Friday, so maybe we'll do like a weekend vlog. How about that? Maybe a weekend vlog. I really don't know where this footage is going to go, so we shall see. But nonetheless, thank you guys for sticking around and tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. But I have been listening to Cilka's Journey by Heather Morris on audiobook. And so this is the second book in the series. The first book in the series is The Tattooist of Auschwitz, which I did read for my winter reads. And so yeah, I read The Tattooist of Auschwitz for my winter reads and loved it. It was so good. It was heartbreaking. It was gut-wrenching. It was sad. It was also inspirational and motivational. But I definitely wanted to continue the series. Cilka is another character from The Tattooist of Auschwitz, and so this is all about Cilka and her journey and where she's at after escaping Auschwitz. And so the Russians have now taken captive of her, you know, and poor thing. Cilka's feeling like, finally, I'm free. You know, I lived to see another day, and the Russians are here to save us. Well, the Russians ended up keeping her prisoner because they think that she is a Nazi spy. They think that she has been sleeping with the enemy, and so they decide to sentence her to a camp of their own. I forgot how many years. I want to say it's like 13 years or something like that. And so she has to go and endure everything that she just went through all over again. Bless her freaking heart. I could not imagine being in Auschwitz and just being tortured and going through all of the things that she went through, then finally escaping and thinking you're free just to be imprisoned again. And it's really heartbreaking because she wasn't sleeping with the enemy. She had no choice but to, because they literally forced her to, and if she didn't, it was either that or death. So she did what she had to do to survive. And so that is why she's in this camp, and this is now her journey while she's in the camp. It also goes back and forth between past and present, so we get to hear about her journey as she's in this new camp with the Russians and, you know, going through her trials and tribulations through that camp. And then it also goes back into the past at her time in Auschwitz. So we get to see more of her side of the story from the Tattooist of Auschwitz, which is really, really nice. And so in this book, she kind of just like moves up the ranks, just like Latte did in the Tattooist of Auschwitz. She kind of becomes a helper to one of the doctors in the hospital wing here in the camp, and just like kind of gradually works her way up to becoming a nurse. And she definitely has people in her own little like hut that are jealous of her, who are out to get her, who are out to give her a hard time. And so it is very, very good. As you saw, I've been listening to it on audiobook. I've actually just been listening to it for free on YouTube. I'll leave a link down below to the audiobook that I was listening to on YouTube. I listened to The Tattooist of Auschwitz Auschwitz on audiobook on Audible, because if you sign up for the first time, you like get your first month free. So that's what I did, and then once I finished the Tattooist of Auschwitz, I canceled my subscription because I'm paying for way too many book box subscriptions right now. So I definitely didn't want to tack that on to my monthly budget of bills. So yeah, I just looked it up on YouTube, and you can find a lot of books on YouTube for free, where somebody will narrate it for you. I'm not going to say that you're always going to find the best narrators, and this one is okay. She's doing a pretty okay job, but I definitely love the narrator for the Tattooist of Auschwitz on Audible. Chef's kiss. He did such an amazing job. Like, he threw in emotion throughout all of the dialogue. Like, anytime somebody was speaking, he changed up his voice, and I just love that. I love that because, fun fact, are you ready? Fun fact, I actually read out loud when I'm reading to myself. I cannot for the life of me silently read. I've just never been able to do that. I've always been an out loud reader. Now, I don't read like out loud. I like whisper read when I'm reading, but I also like to create voices for all of my characters.
Call me weird.
But it makes the story that much more interesting. And so yeah, I really enjoyed the narrator for the Tattooist of Auschwitz on Audible because he switched up his voices for all of the characters and put so much emotion into all of the characters. Like, if a character is feeling scared or shy, you can hear the hesitation in their voice. You could hear the nervousness in their voice, and I loved that. He gave such an astounding performance for narrating that story. But yeah, I am just listening to the free version here on YouTube. It's nowhere near as great as the narrator on Audible, but it's still good enough to get me through it. I am currently on page 98. I think when I started filming this morning, I was like on page 78. I really didn't get too far because I was on a time crunch trying to fix my nails, do my makeup, get the kids ready so we could get out of the house so we could go and have lunch and then go shopping and then go pick up our son from his grandparents and then go to the hockey game on time. And so yeah, I'm just like slowly listening to this on audiobook. I really like to listen to audiobooks when I'm doing my computer work at home. I do a lot of data entry, and so just like listening to an audiobook really helps me get through and putting all of that stuff much faster, and just like much more enjoyable because I usually just kind of lose myself in the story. At least that's how it was with the Tattooist of Auschwitz. I've never thought as myself to be an audiobook girly. The Tattooist of Auschwitz was my first ever book that I picked up as an audiobook, and I absolutely loved it. So that's why I'm listening to it again as an audiobook. But right now in my book, one of the girls in the camp has been hiding her pregnancy, and she's pregnant and she has to give birth. And so Cilka, being a nurse in this encampment in the hospital wing, is helping to give birth, and unfortunately she has a stillborn. And it's so heartbreaking, so heartbreaking. There's baby girl messing with all of my little trinkets on my bookshelf. But yeah, definitely very heartbreaking. I did not expect that when the baby was delivered. Like, I just thought that maybe the baby and the mom would get separated, so my heart definitely goes out to her. But that is what's happening right now in my book. There's also another girl from Cilka's hut that is blackmailing her. She's heard things about Cilka, that she was sleeping with the enemy, and she's believed this rumor that she's heard about Cilka, and she's kind of threatening Cilka that she's gonna tell everyone in the hut who she really is, and everyone's gonna turn on her if she doesn't do whatever she says. And so she's basically like trying to get like extra food rations and like pain relievers and stuff like that out of Cilka since she works in the hospital wing. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. But my heart just goes out to Cilka, and I'm just wondering, when is she going to get her break? When is she going to get her break? Because I believe she was 16 when she was taken to Auschwitz, which is such a young age. And when I was reading The Tattooist of Auschwitz for the first time, I did not realize like how young these characters were. Like, even Latte and Gita from The Tattooist of Auschwitz. They were all around that 16 age mark, and it's just crazy how young they were and how fast they had to grow up and mature. But I highly recommend this series. It is a 3-book series. I'm not sure what the 3rd book is about, but I'll definitely be picking it up once I finish this one. So yeah, I will be listening to this one over the next 3 months. But I'm also reading The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. Such a cute cover. This is also a 6-book series. I need to take this freaking sticker off, but it's really hard to do when I have freaking nails on. But this is the 2nd book in the Wedding Date series. So if you guys remember that book was a really popular book when it first came out. I love that book so much. It is a fake wedding date trope, which I absolutely love. Ooh, the sticker peeled off really nicely, but now I need to go in with the alcohol wipe to get all that sticky stuff off. But yeah, The Wedding Date was such a good book and such a fun read. I really enjoyed that book, so I instantly had to go and look up if this author had any other books out there. And then that is when I found out that, lo and behold, this is actually a whole entire series. There are 6 books in the series, and each book can be read as a standalone, technically, because each book follows a different character from the first book, and they're like love stories, so I love that for me. Yeah, I'll let you guys know what this book is all about once I start reading it more. Just today I've read this. I've read a few pages of this, so this has kind of been on my mind right now. What are my plans for the night? Like I said, it's already kind of late, so I kind of want to go take off my makeup, get my hair put up, and just relax. I'm probably going to make a cup of coffee and just read my book for the rest of the night, to be honest. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go and do.
Yes, I do drink coffee at night. Don't come for me. It's my life, it's my body, and I can drink what I want to drink. So that's what we're gonna do.
I guess before I go, let me show you guys all of like the little goodies that my kids picked out at the store. There was like this really cheap store, like everything in there was like under $8 at the mall, and so my daughter picked out like a bunch of jewelry. So she got these bracelets. This is a 3-pack for $1.15. You can't beat that. Here she comes. Here she goes. You want to show them?
Yeah.
What you get? Bracelets?
Yeah.
She also picked out some necklaces. She got 3 necklaces, I think, or 2. I think she got 2. These are also both $1.15. Give you guys more of an up-close view there.
This is Bubba's car.
Yeah, your brother got a car. Her brother picked out this Minion Spider-Man car. This was $1.15. Yeah, let me see. Mama will get it. We also got a bunch of these like aqua ring games. Do you guys remember these from the 90s? These were $1.15. So we got a bunch of these one-piece ones. You like push the sides and the water makes the rings float up to go onto the pegs in the middle. So we just got a bunch of those because we went the other day and she got some princess ones and the boys really loved them. So we had to go back and get them some boy versions. But yeah, we got 4 different one-piece designed ones. And then she also picked out her own little spa headband because I use these every night when I'm taking off my makeup or I'm like washing my face, and she always has to put one on with me, so she picked out one for herself. She also got this cute little Kuromi headband. It's like a clear bow and it's like shakeable, like little stars and glitter inside. So cute. This was also $1.15. I think almost everything was $1.15. Don't remember what the headband was. Oh, she got 2 of those spa headbands. So this one has like a Minnie Mouse cupcake on it. So she also got this one. Yeah, $1.15. So the spa headbands were $1.15. She also got some Kuromi lip gloss. That was $1.15 as well. What else? And she got these little accessory clips, like Hello Kitty characters. They were also $1.15. She is such a girl and just loves stuff like this, so she was definitely in her element in that store, that is for sure. And then the last thing, she got this little strawberry shortcake little notebook, and it comes with a pen. She loves to color, so she got this, and this was $1.15. I also picked one up for myself the other day. I also got a strawberry shortcake one because I love little notebooks like this to do my little reading log. I'll show you guys what my reading log looks like right now. You go play right there. The reading log that I have right now came in one of my special edition book boxes. I want to say it from Owlcrate. But this is what it looks like. I don't even remember what book it was like inspired by. But inside it's kind of a little beat up, to be honest. Comes with like these little annotation tabs. We have like sticky notes and then just like regular pages, blank pages of paper. And so what I like to do is I like to write down the date, the book, and the pages, how many pages I read. And so like here, if it will focus for you guys, yeah, I write the date, the book I'm reading, and then how many pages I read that day. And it's just like a fun little tracker for me, and then I'll put like a check mark next to the book if I finish it. And then I have like another journal that I implement all of the books that I've read and my rating for them, when I started it, when I finished it, and then I also input that onto my Storygraph app. I used to have Goodreads, but I honestly really like Storygraph better because they have like pie charts for everything, and it's just like really visual in seeing how much you've read that year, how many pages you read that year, what was like your most read genre, most read author, and things like that. And everything is like in a pie chart and super colorful, and I just love that visually for myself. So I've switched over to Storygraph. Yeah. Little mama wants some lip gloss. What is Ooh, it's gonna be so pretty. Go. Yeah. Oh, you want to put your headband on? Ooh, you want to show them? See, look at me. But yeah, I just wanted to like kind of show you that because I know the kids are gonna want their goodies. So yeah, we went to the mall, we went shopping, and then we went and picked up our oldest son. We also ate like chicken strips and fries for lunch. I didn't record that. And then we went to the hockey game, which was so much fun. Final score I think was 8-2. There was even a fight that broke out, which I'll insert that clip here, you guys, because amazing. We were up close and personal right in front of the glass. We got to see it right in front of us happen, and it was amazing. I'm not promoting fighting, but in a hockey game, the kids are all for it, so I'm all for it. It was a good time. It was a great time. Everybody had a good time, as you saw. So we are really big hockey fans, and it's so crazy because I said this before, but I did not know that hockey romance books were a thing.
And why did nobody ever tell me this before? Like, what? I have been missing out.
I have been missing out. So I have yet to read a hockey romance. So if you guys have a recommendation for me for reading my very first ever hockey romance book, let me know down below what that book should be, because I definitely need to read a hockey romance book, and I'm excited because we all love hockey here. Our 5-year-old actually plays ice hockey, and he wants to be a professional hockey player, so we're all for it. He has hockey practice, we go to hockey games, we watch hockey on TV, and it just gives me all of the 90s vibes, because is it just me, or growing up in the 90s, hockey was such a thing. Everybody talked about it, everybody watched it, everybody went to the games, everybody wore jerseys, and now it's just kind of like a lost thing. Like, I really don't hear many people talking about it until I found out that hockey romance books are a thing and they became like really popular here in the last couple years is now when I feel like hockey is starting to come back to light. But anywho, yes, I'm all here for the hockey romance books. Obviously they better be darn good, so that's why I need a recommendation from you guys on what book I should pick up first. I do have some of the books from the Al Kennedy collection. I'm not sure what the series is called. I want to say it's the Off-Campus series, which I think is about hockey. I believe it's about hockey. So maybe I'll read that, but I don't know if I want to commit to an entire series. I'm already in the middle of so many freaking series right now. So I'd really like to read something that's maybe a standalone or like a duology, or maybe not many books in the series. Like no more than 3 books in this series. So if you do have any hockey romance recommendations for me, drop them down below. It would be much appreciated. But yeah, you guys, so kind of like what to expect from me the next couple of days. I do have like packages and stuff like that coming in, so I will show you guys those items as they come in because a lot of it is Bookish related. Yeah, duh, it's a must to show you guys. Some items might not be Bookish related, but I just feel like it would be fun to just like unbox those with you guys because yeah, why not? I mean, I'm nosy and I like to see what other people get too because maybe it's something that I might be interested in. So yeah, I'll just show you guys. I do want to give a shout out to an Etsy shop. I got this t-shirt off of Etsy. It says Happy Birthday, Harry. This is the cake from Harry Potter. When I seen this, I had to grab it. I don't remember the shop's name, so let me go to my Etsy account, but I wanted to give them a shout out in case you would like to go pick one up for yourself. I just want to give them some love because this is such a cute shirt. It's really good quality too, and it's so comfortable. So this is from True Passion Styles. I will leave a link down below to their Etsy shop. Right now you can save 25%. I don't know how long that's gonna last, so if you like this shirt or maybe you like some other shirts that are on here, they are having a 25% off sale. She gives a code here if you use the code AWESOME25. So go check out their site, you guys. Go check out their shop. I love this shirt. It's so cute, and I'm also reading the Harry Potter series right now for the first time, and it's amazing. I am on the 3rd book in the series, and so this shirt just fits the vibes. It fits the vibes, and I love that it's pink. I love that it's from Harry Potter and the cake from Harry Potter because...
Come on, we all thought that cake looked amazing. Like, I want that cake for myself. It looked delicious. Delicious.
I probably would have been the one getting turned into a pig. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But, yeah, you guys, I think that's all I have to say for now. I feel like I've just been chit-chatting away. Definitely, this will be a chatty reading vlog because I love to talk. If you've been here on my channel for a while, you know that my videos are around an hour or so long. So I hope you have your coffee or your iced tea or whatever it is and you have came to relax and get comfy and get cozy and listen to your girl chit chat away. Yes, all about books or just like things in general because this is a vlog. So technically we can talk about anything, right? My day in life stuff, packages that I receive, books, coffee. Yes, we'll talk about anything and everything. But yeah, you guys, honestly, I'm ready to go take off this makeup and put my hair up. Maybe grab a cup of coffee, kind of just like tidy my bed because it is like a mess right now with just like blankets, stuffed animals, and the bags from shopping. And then I'm probably just gonna like sit down and relax and drink my coffee and read my book. So I will see you guys in the next slide. I know I said I'd see you in the next slide, but I wanted to quickly show you guys some facial products that I recently just picked up off of Amazon because I was running low on like moisturizer cream and cleansing oil. So I guess I'll just show you these because I am going to go take off my makeup right now. I just ran out of like cleansing oil, so I picked up this one to try because it was a lot cheaper. The last one I had, I don't remember what brand it was. It was like Dermo something, but it was from Sephora and it was like $50 for like a really small bottle, and it did work really well, but I wanted to try something a little bit cheaper, and I think this one was like $35 or like $37, and this is the Bioderma Micellar Cleansing Oil. It has amino acid plus omega-3, 6 micellar technology, soothing makeup remover, cleansing oil, removes impurities, waterproof makeup, sensitive skin for face and eyes. So yeah, I picked up this. So I'll let you know how I like it after I go wash my face. It comes with a little pump, which is nice. So I'm going to be using that to take off my makeup. I love cleansing oil so much. It just works so well with getting all of the makeup off. So much better than just using makeup wipe after makeup wipe after makeup wipe. So I go in with this, and then I'll wash my face with my actual face wash. And then I will go in with a makeup remover and micellar cleansing water to get any leftover makeup on my face off. And then I was also in need of some new moisturizer. I've been using the Curology cream moisturizer, which is also like a really small bottle for, I want to say like either anywhere from $15 to $25 for that bottle. And so I've heard really great reviews about this Vanny Cream moisturizing cream for sensitive skin. It's free of dyes, fragrance, masking fragrance, parabens, and other types of things. It's gluten-free. And so I've heard really good reviews about this cream acting as your facial moisturizer. So I definitely wanted to give it a try. It also has a pump, which I love, and I think this was like 10 bucks or something like that on Amazon. So I got both of these off of Amazon in case you're interested. Yeah, you can just search them up, and I promise you will find them on Amazon. So yeah, I'm gonna be using these tonight to go take off my makeup and to moisturize my face. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys want to come along with me while I do that? Let's just do it. So I'll see you in the next slide while I scrub up all this off my face. Refresh and I feel great. That Vanny cream, you guys, is like super moisturizing. Like I can still feel it. Like my hands feel super soft. It was also super thick, so I'm hoping that it's a really great moisturizer. I also really love the Bioderma. I felt like a little bit went a long way, and I spent no more than like $37 on that bottle. And the $50 bottle that I bought from Sephora, I felt like I needed a lot more pumps to get the makeup off, so that's a plus. Okay, I'm gonna put my hair up into my nightly bun because I'm tired of having my hair down. Do you guys like my jammies? I love my jammies. Now, do I wear jammies like this every single night? No. I am like a wear your man's t-shirt and some sweats type of girl. Yeah. Graphic t-shirt, one of my husband's graphic t-shirts to be more specific, and some sweats. But for the purpose of this reading vlog, I will look neatly put together for you guys. So I am just wearing some cheetah print pajama pants that I got off of Shein. Don't know if I'll still be ordering from Shein because I had an issue with them.
Should I tell you that story? I don't know if I even want to tell you that story.
I am still pissed about it because it literally recently just happened. I ordered something from them, $50 pair of sandals, platform sandals, like Birkenstock type sandals. My delivery man has been misdelivering my packages. I've already called my local post office, got all of that sorted out. They didn't put my key in my community mailbox. So we have a community mailbox, and then at our community mailbox we have a parcel locker for bigger items. And so they didn't put my parcel locker key in my unit number for my mailbox, and so lo and behold, I had my sandals delivered to me and my February Fairy Loot subscription. I have been waiting for my Fairy Loot subscription for 2 months now. Finally reached out to Fairy Loot to find out that my package had already been delivered a month after paying for the February subscription. Never received anything. I have been checking my mail, never had a key in my mailbox to open up the parcel locker. So I had to contact my local post office. Same thing with the shoes that I got from Shein. And I've ordered from Shein before. No problems with Shein itself. But it was the mailman. My local post office informed me that the mailman may have been misdelivering items, that it's not the first time that it's happened. It obviously wasn't the first time it happened to me. And they did it on a back-to-back day, March 5th and March 6th. So
they totally effed up. Totally freaking effed up.
And so the post office lady sent me like an email stating her apologies and what happened, that the items were actually misdelivery, the tracking numbers for them, and then that email I was able to like send off to the companies to be able to get a refund or get a new item sent out to me. So Fairy Loot was amazing and they did an excellent job. I sent them that email and they sent me out a new February box right away, you guys. So thank you, Fairy Loot, for being so understanding of situations like that. I've never been put in that kind of situation, so it was definitely new to me. I was sweating it because I didn't know what Fairy Loot was going to say to that, especially because it's a special edition subscription box, and I was worried I wasn't going to be able to get a new February box, but luckily I did, so thanks to Fairy Loot for that. Shein, on the other hand, there was no number to call. They gave me 2 options: to email their business and somebody would get back to me within 5 business days, or to do a live chat. So I opted for the live chat, spoke to an agent, told them everything that was going on, and all they had to say was, well, your item was delivered, so there's nothing that we can do. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Here's what happened. Long story short, what I just told you guys. I don't know how many times I told that story over and over and over and over through chatting with this agent. And they just weren't getting it through their freaking heads on what was going on. So I was like, I want to speak to a manager. So they were like, okay, hold on, we'll connect you to a manager. Mind you, this is all through texting, typing on the computer. So I'm waiting. Finally, a manager starts typing me and asking me what's going on. So I again explained for the like 10th freaking time now. And the manager is like, yeah, no, sorry, that we see the item has been delivered. I'm like, yes, I understand that. Yes, I can see that. It also says that on my end that the item has been delivered, but I have an email from my local post office. I also have a contact number if you need to contact them, because it is my mailman's fault that my items were misdelivered. And so I'm like, I want to speak to you on the phone. And then they're like, sorry, there's no managers available to speak to you. And I'm like, I thought I was speaking to the manager. They said nothing. I said I wanted to speak to a customer representative. They said nothing, and they ended the freaking chat. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? So needless to say, somebody in my community, or the mailman, because I've also seen people on my neighborhood app saying that this has been happening to them with missed deliveries, and somebody commented saying that they used to work at our local post office and that the mailman will put items in the parcel locker, and if they aren't picked up within so many days that they'll just keep it for themselves, and that they would go to work bragging about all the stuff that they were able to keep that people haven't picked up from the parcel lockers. So I don't know if that's true or not. If that is, that's totally messed up, but I was pissed. I spent $50 on sandals that I can't get back because Shein is just a bunch of freaking retards, and I have ordered from Shein time and time and time again. So if you guys know of another like really cheap place, whether it be like an in-person store or online store for like mom clothes for cheap, I'm not trying to buy brand name clothes where it's $50 for a freaking t-shirt. No thank you, that's freaking ridiculous. But anything like, I don't know, like Old Navy, I might give Old Navy a try. I haven't shopped at Old Navy in like years, so maybe I'll try there. But I just need mom vibes, but also just cutesy, colorful stuff that kind of still has that young generation vibes, but like mom style, if you get what I mean. Like, I'm not trying to be dressed like a granny over here, but it needs to be cheap. It needs to be on budget because I'm not trying to spend loads of money. And don't say Target, because Target is not it. I don't like their fashion, and they're expensive for no freaking reason. Like, most of the times I just gravitate towards the men's graphic t-shirts or the juveniles graphic t-shirts, and I'll find something there. But other than that, I really don't care for Target's fashion. There are a few things that I will like here and there at times, but for the most part, I cannot just like shop there full on for my clothes. It's not me. It's not me. So if you have any recommendations for like a cheap mommy store, let me know. Thanks in advance. But anyways, why did I get off on a tangent about that? Oh yeah, because these are from Shein. But yeah, I was really mad, and so I am on strike with Shein right now. I don't know if I will reorder from them. I mean, I know it wasn't their fault that my mailman misdelivered my items, but just the fact that they were so rude to me in the chat. I wasn't able to speak with anyone over the phone directly to really be able to tell my side of the story and what is going on. Like, they didn't even care. So I really didn't like that, and I would hate for me to order something from them again in the future and items go missing again and I'm not able to get my money back. Anyways, I'm fresh, I'm clean, and so now honestly I just kind of want to relax. I don't even want coffee anymore. I'm just gonna drink water. I think I'm gonna get a glass of ice and pour this water over it because I just love ice cold water. And I think I'm just gonna relax and watch some Booktube because that's just like my favorite pastime. Putting on like an hour vlog and yeah, just going along for the ride. So I think I'm gonna do that. Excuse my daughter if you hear her crying. Her and my boys just love to wrestle and fight. That's just what they do. So excuse that. But yeah, I just kind of want to relax in bed because today was a really long day. We were just up and at 'em and out and about all day. Haven't really had time to just like sit and just like fully relax. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just lay down, relax, put on some Booktube, turn off all the lights, just have my string lights going, have some ambiance going. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. If I do pick my book, I will definitely record and keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, I do want to read tonight, but at this moment I do not feel like reading. I just want to relax and watch TV. So that's what I'm gonna do. If I do decide to read, I will pick up the camera. If I don't, then I will see you guys on Saturday. Excuse my voice, excuse my face. I literally just woke up, made some coffee, and now I'm chilling in my reading chair, and so my voice is a little froggy and groggy, but isn't everyone's voice when they first wake up? So you are getting the real and rawness of my life right now. I don't always look put together, especially being a stay-at-home mom. Yeah, I don't get dressed up like that. So yeah, I do not get ready every single day. I will fix myself up and things like that when we are going somewhere maybe special, like if we're gonna go shopping or we're gonna go out to eat or something. But if we're just running to the grocery store or doing errands, having a park day, yeah, you're not gonna catch me getting dressed up. I hate wasting my makeup. I'm not one of those girls who has to do their makeup and hair every single day. I used to be like that in high school, bless my heart, because I would go through so much makeup having to do makeup and hair every single day. Yeah, we're not doing that over here, so we're gonna be nice and comfy this weekend, unless we do anything else, but I don't think that we are. Yesterday was our big outing for the whole weekend. I need my first sip of coffee because I haven't even taken it, so let me get a drink. You guys, so good. I didn't have any heavy whipping cream because normally, as you saw when I made my latte, I would put heavy whipping cream and the coffee creamer in together into the frother. But I highly recommend doing that because it steams your creamer or your milk or whatever it is that you're putting in there. Plus your coffee's already hot, so now you have hot on top of hot, and it just makes it extra hot to where your coffee's gonna last a lot longer. So I love that for me. You hear things in the background. That is my daughter. She's sitting on the floor right here having her breakfast and watching her pad. But yeah, I love doing that little trick and turning my coffee into a hot latte because then it allows my coffee to kind of last for a while when I'm reading my book. So that's what I'm going to do now. I need to quit yip-yapping away, and we can talk later. Agenda for today, we need to go grocery shopping, so I need to make up a grocery list. I kind of already have a grocery list made, but I need to plan out meals for the next 2 weeks to make sure we have all the ingredients for those meals. We also just got rid of our table and we are going to be building our new table today, so I'm so excited. If you guys aren't following me over on my family channel, I did mention that we are converting our kitchen into a homeschool classroom, so I'm so excited. I've been a homeschool mom since my oldest son was the preschool age, so we have a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old, and so yeah, I've been homeschooling him since he was like in the pre-K range, and I've been homeschooling him ever since. He is now in the 4th grade, and so our 5-year-old is going to be starting homeschool this September, which is crazy. His toddler years literally flew by, you guys.
They flew by.
So I was like, we need a dedicated space for the kids to be able...
Who is texting me? Who is texting me?
Yeah, so he's going to be starting homeschool in September, and our oldest will be in 5th grade, and so I'm like, we need a dedicated space that we can go and sit down and do our lessons for the day, where they have a space to do homework, and just a space where everything is available to them. So we kind of have like different places throughout the entire house right now. So like in the kitchen, we have a rolling cart that has a bunch of supplies on it, like everyday supplies that the kids can grab, like pencils, whiteboard markers, and whiteboards, and just like journals and things like that. And then in the boys' room, they have a whiteboard and another rolling cart that has extra supplies and stuff like that in it. And then we just have like all kinds of books and stuff just like in the hallway, in baby girl's room, in the boys' room. Like they're kind of just like everywhere throughout the house. So I want to have all of those learning books and stuff like that all in one space. So that's what we're doing. We just got rid of our table. Our table takes up quite a bit of space in our kitchen, and we don't have the biggest kitchen space, so we just gave that away to free to one of our friends. We bought a new table off of Amazon, a smaller one, so I'm hoping it's going to fit the space a lot better. I also got like one of those like cubby storage things like they have in classrooms. I plan on putting different like manipulative stuff and just like quiet time things, just like math manipulatives, science manipulatives, all types of different things for the kids to like play with, but are also educational. And then I could put like their chunky puzzles on there and construction paper and just all of the things. And then I'll be moving the whiteboard from the boys' room into the kitchen. I also got a bunch of posters to hang up in there. It's gonna be so cute. I actually have a box over here that I want to show you guys of some items that I got off of Amazon. So I've got like all kinds of just like reading journaling items and things like that, but I'll show you guys that later. I need to read this book.
Why am I talking about homeschool?
Oh, because that's what we're doing today. Yes, we're going to be putting together the table and chairs, maybe the cubby, we're going grocery shopping, and that's pretty much it. I'll be filming a grocery haul for my family channel today, and yeah, that's basically it. I didn't get to read a whole lot yesterday. I read a few pages of Cilka's journey, and so right now I want to get in on reading the proposal, which I am now realizing I haven't even told you guys what this book is about. So I am currently reading The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory, and like I said, this is the second book in the series. This is a 6-book series, but each book can be read as a standalone. Each book follows a different character and their love life, so love that. If you haven't read The Wedding Date, you guys, go read it. It is such a good book. Such a good book. It's a fake wedding date trope, which I absolutely love. And so in this book, we follow Drew's best friend, Carlos. So Drew is the main guy from The Wedding Date, and Carlos was featured in there. He's his best friend. And so this is about Carlos and Nicole. And so Nicole has been in a relationship with her boyfriend for like 5 months. They went to a Dodgers game, and at the Dodgers game, her boyfriend decides to propose to her in front of all of these people right on the Jumbotron, and she turns him down. She turns him down. He gets pissed. He storms out of the stadium. Everyone in the crowd is mad at her, thinks she's the bad guy. But in her defense, she's like, they've only been together for 5 months. He doesn't even know how to spell her name correctly. They really don't know much about each other. And she really doesn't like him like that. And she definitely doesn't love him.
Why is she with him? I don't know.
But that ends up happening. The camera crew starts coming for her, and Carlos and his sister are right behind her in their seats, and they see all this happening. They feel bad for her. So Carlos comes in and his sister, and they save the day. They act like they know her to kind of get her out of there. And so as they get out of the stadium, they end up offering her a ride home. And so she's just like, drop me off at the bar with my friends. And so they end up going with her to this bar, and they all just kind of start talking. Needless to say, Nicole and Carlos start having more interactions with each other as like a thank you so much for saving me, and then he's like a thank you so much for paying for my drinks, and just like things like that. So they just keep kind of going back and forth with those thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for this, thank you for that. And they definitely like each other, but they definitely aren't saying so. So I'm almost halfway through the book, but not quite. I am on page 131, and this is about how far in I am. It is so good. I am now at the part where they have already been intimate with each other, so that's going to be interesting. I definitely feel some drama coming on because her ex-boyfriend that proposed to her was starting all kinds of stuff on all of her social media platforms. It went viral on the news, the proposal, so like everyone hates her. She's getting all kinds of like death threats and just like all kinds of stuff into her emails and text messages. This poor girl. And so Carlos and her friends are like there for her, and Nicole and Carlos are really trying to make it out to their friends that nothing is happening between them, that they're just friends, and that they owe each other one. And so yeah, like I said, I'm at the part now where they have already been intimate with each other, and I'm like, where's the drama? I know the ex-boyfriend is about to come back into the picture, so I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on that. So I'm going to set my timer for 45 minutes. I want to read for about 45 minutes just to catch up on some reading. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set my timer and let the camera go. Obviously not for 45 minutes because then this vlog would be way too long. But yeah, come along with me as I read. If you'd like to read along with me, grab your book, grab your coffee, and let's get reading, girl, because you know you need to hit those reading goals. So 45 minutes starting now. Let's go. FYI, I read out loud, so if you see my lips moving, that's why. she has finally told her friends that she was intimate with Carlos, and they're like so excited for her. Oh my gosh, I love this. Baby girl's like, what is going on? Mommy's reading. She's like, what are you getting excited about? Nothing you need to know, little girl. So I'm only a couple pages in. I honestly kept getting interrupted because my daughter needs something every 5 seconds, never fails. When I sit down to have coffee and read, it's like my kids have a sixth sense that mom is going into reading mode, and let's mess with her. So that's what I've been dealing with the past couple of minutes. My timer is at 30 minutes, so I've read for 15 minutes, and I've only read, what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've read 10 pages in the last 15 minutes, which I guess isn't too bad, but yeah. Anyways, I'm at the part where Nicole is at the bar with her friends, telling them about her intimacy with Carlos, and she is like literally saying like he is the rebound guy from her ex-boyfriend Fisher, and all of her friends are like,
yeah girl, no, like this is not a rebound.
She's like telling them like, I really hope that he doesn't think this is like a serious relationship, like this is just a rebound so she can get over her ex-boyfriend.
I'm like, girl, we both know. We all know
that that is not the case, that you were gonna fall head over heels for Carlos. Yes, like Carlos is already falling for her. I can just see it. But we still have a lot of ways to go for the rest of the book. And I'm just like, when is Fisher popping his head back into the picture? Which is her ex-boyfriend. Like, I know he's coming with drama. I feel it. I can feel it. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna keep going. canceled my timer at 4 minutes because I reached the end of the chapter, and I honestly hate leaving a bookmark or stopping right in the middle of the chapter. I hate that so freaking much. So within 45 minutes, I read a good little chunk. I like to do like this 2 bookmark thing where I put a bookmark where I started and then I put a bookmark where I finished. So let me see how many pages I read. I read 2 chapters. So I read 34 pages in 45 minutes. Mind you, I also had to stop and take breaks to make my kids some lunch, and I also had my daughter coming in and out because of course she needed her stuffed animal, she needed her jewelry, she needed her pad. So yeah, pretty good for 45 minutes. I got through 2 chapters.
And oh my gosh, you guys.
So the chapter that I was reading right now, which was chapter 9, they were talking about food the entire freaking chapter.
My mouth was freaking watering.
They went to a taco place and they were trying all of these different types of tacos, and Carlos was having Nicole rate all of the tacos. He like ordered all of these different types of tacos and was having her rate them, and oh my gosh, my mouth was watering. Like, they literally went into detail. Like, they had chips and guacamole and salsa, and they had rice and beans. This is literally making me want a Mexican meal right now. Like, more specifically, like enchiladas and rice and beans, or tacos and rice and beans sound so good. But we are like out of so much stuff right now. Like I said, we have to go grocery shopping today, so I'm just like, what is on today's agenda for lunch? Like, I want to go in there and just like make a quick like bean and cheese jalapeno quesadilla with salsa, but we don't even have salsa. So anyways, you guys, yeah, that last chapter was literally about nothing but freaking food. And then also Carlos mentioned that like he hopes that Nicole doesn't think this is a serious relationship, which is literally what she just said to her friends. But he like kind of said this to himself. Like, he pretty much is like the man of the household. He lives alone, but like he is the man of the house for his mom and like his sister and like all of his family, because his dad died of a heart attack, and so he kind of feels like he has no time to be in a serious relationship because he's a doctor, so he works a lot, and then on top of that he's always needing to be there for his family, so he feels like he doesn't have the time or day to be in a serious relationship. But he is literally kidding himself because they are going to end up together. They're just like perfect for each other. And so I'm now halfway through the book, so I love that for me. Yeah, I have my little reading log here, so I actually need to go ahead and update it. I normally don't write the pages down of how many pages I read that day until the end of the night, because I will continue to go back to this book and read it. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Now, I don't get to read as much as I would like. Just like being a mom, I have lots of daily duties to attend to, but I do try to hit that 100-page mark a day. And if I don't, I usually read anywhere from like 50 to like 70-ish pages a day, which isn't too bad. Unless I have a lot of free time, or it's just like a really good day where I'm getting in a lot of reading time and I don't have a lot going on in my personal life, or like it's a really good book and I'm just like flipping through pages, which normally that happens when I read a thriller book, because yeah, I've said this time and time again, but I'm in my thriller era right now. Now I'm going to show you guys some packages that I got that I'm like so excited for. I wanted to open them on camera with you guys, but I was way too excited. So I went ahead and opened them, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys everything. So first things first, if you don't already know, I also collect VHS tapes. I have quite the collection of VHS tapes. I'll actually turn my camera around here so you can see my old school TV here. And yeah, I'll take you guys over to my VHS collection real quick and kind of give you an overview. Alright, don't mind the mess in my room, but right now this is where all of my VHS tapes are. I have them on this like 3-tiered rolling cart that's actually supposed to be for my books, but I don't have anywhere else to put them right now. So right now they're just on this cart and stacked up high. And then I also have this little section over here. Marge is always falling down, I swear. She is so over these kids. And then yeah, I just have this little 3 cubby shelf of VHS tapes. So I need to get a shelf, and my plan is right here in this area I'm going to put a bookshelf, and then hopefully all of the VHS tapes will be housed in that. That is my VHS collection. I've always wanted to collect VHS tapes, and so that would be my 2 little ones, wrestling and fighting with each other. Life of a mom, you guys. Life of a mom. Like I said, you guys are getting just like real raw footage here. Okay, but anyways, I'm just like slowly collecting VHS tapes. I will soon do a VHS collection haul, so stay tuned for that if you'd like to see that. But I recently just got these, and I'm so freaking excited, you guys, because my daughter, ever since I got the old school TV and I've been collecting the VHS tapes, the kids love it. Every single night they come in here, they pick out a VHS tape to put in, and we all cozy up in mommy and daddy's bed and watch a movie before we go to bed. It's so freaking cute. My daughter every time picks out The Little Mermaid. She loves The Little Mermaid, and I couldn't be more proud because, one, The Little Mermaid is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies, and I have sung Part of Your World to all of my kids when they were babies. When I would burp them, rock them to sleep when they were newborns, I would sing Part of Your World to them. I know that song from beginning to end, and they love it. I still sing it to this day to my daughter, and so when the song comes on, she gets all excited and giddy and happy. And so we've watched The Little Mermaid so much. I recently just hauled in Little Mermaid 2, so I'm gonna need to put that one on for her. But I started putting on the animated TV series, Underwater Adventures or something like that. It says right here, Ariel's Undersea Adventures, the TV show on Disney Plus. And I was like, I have to have the VHS tapes for this. And Disney only made 5 volumes of the VHS tapes for the series. And you guys, I have all 5 volumes here. I got them off of eBay. I was so excited. So if you know, you know, like I've said this before, but I've been hauling a lot of our VHS tapes from our local Goodwill, because at the Goodwill, VHS tapes, at our Goodwill anyways, are only $1 each, which is such a steal. I have found so many good movies there. A lot of our Disney collection tapes are from the Goodwill, and I've hauled a lot of Black Diamond editions, which are worth a lot of money. I have some limited edition tapes as well, and I even found the first edition of The Little Mermaid with the cover that got banned before they released the new cover. So that was exciting. A lot of VHS tapes off of eBay, but it can be really hard because a lot of people will put up these VHS tapes for a lot of money. And I know some VHS tapes, like the Black Diamond editions, are worth a lot of money. So I kind of have to sift through and find sellers that put these VHS tapes for a really low ball price. And so this lady was so sweet. I wasn't a whole lot of the Ariel TV series VHS tapes on eBay. There was just like a handful of them, and most people only had like from 1 to 3 sets out of the 5, and like there was people who had like 3 of them up for like $75, which is crazy. And so this lady had all 5 for $32, which is a pretty good deal on eBay. Nowhere near as good as the Goodwill, obviously, but when you're looking for specific items, I mean, I highly doubt I'm gonna come across all 5 at my local Goodwill. And so I seen in the description that they weren't tested, so I asked her if there's any way she can check to see if they work. If not, does she accept returns? And so she was kind enough to take the listing down. She found a VHS player in her garage. She seen if they worked. She put up videos of all of the tapes working, and then she re-uploaded the listing, but privately and exclusively to me, so I could see all of the videos and see that these tapes actually work. She is so freaking sweet. So I immediately bought it, and she was so sweet. She tied them in this cute little bow, and then she put this little cute little note. It says, "I hope your daughter enjoys these as much as my niece and granddaughter did too. Thanks a bunch." So freaking sweet. So let me unravel this and show you guys. I was so excited. Like, I can't believe we have this in our collection. So this is The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventures. So this is Well of a Tale. This one is Stormy the Wild Seahorse. I remember this one. Oh my gosh, bringing me back to my childhood, you guys. This is Double Bubble. I cannot wait to watch these. My daughter is going to love these. She already opened them and was super excited. In Harmony. And then this is Ariel's Gift. So, I've got all 5. I also love the spines. So cute. All of the like different animation styles of Ariel is like so crazy to see. But yeah, I also loved that they kept the plastic wrapping on the cover itself just to keep it in nice and tidy condition. Can you guys see that there? So I love that. So anyways, I thought I would show you guys those. So yeah, I got those off of eBay. And then a few other things. This pink like bow clip, super cute, from that one place in the mall where I showed you guys all those things were like $1 something. This was $1.15, so I got me a clip. And then I also got me a strawberry shortcake little journal for my reading log, so whenever I fill up my other one. And then let me show you guys all of the goodies that I got. So I got all of this stuff off of Amazon. So the first thing that I picked up is this reading journal, which I am so excited about. It is just this really cute green color. And it comes with ribbon bookmarks. Love that. And so I picked this up more specifically because I wanted to start writing book reviews. So I used to always write book reviews just like in a regular like composition notebook. And I kind of fell off of doing that. And so when I go to film my reading wrap-ups, I kind of just go based off of memory. And I feel like I am not capturing as much information as I possibly could be capturing and telling you guys about. And so I was like, I really need to start writing down my book reviews again, so that way I can just write down my thoughts, opinions as I'm reading the book. If there's any quotes that I love, I can write those down in my journal as well. And then that way I have something to kind of look back on, reflect on when I'm giving you guys those reading wrap-ups. So I'm doing it for me. I'm also doing it for you guys so I can give you guys a better opinion and a more well-rounded, thought-out review. So I just think it's going to help me out with that because I do read a lot of books, and so I tend to just kind of like forget certain information, and so I just feel like this is going to help me. And so inside it is a reading journal and tracker. So like inside you have like a reading tracker here, and there's like other things. You have like a daily reading tracker, which I'm probably not going to use, like a wish list and things like that. Book trackers, like if you want to track all of the series you're in the middle of. But then the entire book is about book reviews. So you have your review, you put your title, the author, when you started it, when you finished it, if it was a book, an ebook, an audiobook, overall rating of the book, your rating for the setting, your rating for the readability of the book. Then you give details, the genre, the pages, the length, when it was first published, who recommended it to you, and then it gives you 3 questions. What is your first impression of this book? What did you think of this book? What will you take away from it? And what was the aim of the book? Would you recommend this book? And then it has an entire page for your thoughts and quotes. So this is what it looks like, and I just really, really love this. Can you guys see that? Let me turn off my light so you guys can see it better, hopefully. There we go. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Already started tabbing and writing in it, so this is kind of what it's looking like. I've got like stickers. I'm just kind of like decorating it and putting tabs on each page. I've got all kinds of like colorful pins. Let me turn my light back off again so you guys can see better. But yeah, I'm just like really loving it. It is so much fun to just like journal all of my thoughts and opinions and just like favorite quotes. As you can see, I had a lot to say for this book, and I just feel like this is going to be just like a great way for me to really have like well thought out book reviews for you guys and for myself, and just a book that I can go and look back on about the books that I read. So I had to pick this up. Let me turn my light back on. And yeah, I just started like tabbing all of the pages, so I thought that would be really pretty. And yeah, I love this. I got this off of Amazon, and this was on sale for like $10 or something like that. I don't know what the original price is, but I really love this, and I can see myself buying this again and again and again. They also had a different colors, which I loved. So I'm thinking as I go through and fill this up, next time I'll pick up a different color. Like, so much fun. I love this for me. And so I needed some like reading journal supplies because I don't have anything. So I also picked up some tabs. These are my first ever tabs that I've ever bought because I don't normally write in my books. I don't know if I'll ever do that. I feel so wrong about writing in my books. I had to do that for college once, and I absolutely hated it.
Like the horror of writing in a book?
Like, I don't know. I feel like if I had multiple copies of the book that I could write in one of them and be fine with it. But if I only had one copy, I don't think that I could do that. But anywho, yeah, I've got a bunch of different just like colored tabs. They are so cute to use in my reading journal. I'll show you the other ones here too. Yeah, I love all of these colors. They're so pretty. And then I also picked up some gel pens because I don't own any. I just have like regular black pens, and I wanted like colorful pens to like write in my reading journal. So I got this 20 pack of gel ink pens. This is the brand Pure, and it comes with a lot of different pretty colors. There's baby girl. I had to bring her in here because she was being way too crazy out there with her brother. But yeah, I've got 20 different colors, so I love that. They also had like a fall color edition, so I want to pick that one up for the fall. And then I also got some highlighters, and this is the Mr. Pen highlighter set. And I just loved all of these fun colors. I can use this for my Bible journaling and then also for my reading journaling. So I picked that up. And then, of course, I had to pick up a pack of stickers. And so this was just like a huge pack of stickers. I want to say it's like 200 pieces of Bookish stickers. I'll pop up on the screen what these stickers look like. But yeah, so much fun. And as you saw, I was putting stickers in my reading journal. So this is just like a fun way to spice up my reading journal. But yeah, I love that. So like this one says, probably listening to Smut. Sounds about right. I don't know. Is that going to focus? I think it's like focusing on her or me. I don't know. A bunch of different stickers. And so I have this little like box here that I already had from just like homeschooling that I wasn't using it for anything. So I went ahead and put extra stickers that I have accumulated. I have some highlighters in here. So I'm actually going to put the rest of the stickers in here. So cute. Look at that. Love that. So yeah, I'm just going to put all the rest of my stickers in there. And then the last thing that I have in here are those posters I told you guys about for our homeschool classroom. And these are like the boho edition because I really wanted to like have the theme of the classroom be like boho vibes. So I really love this. This is by Hadley Designs. They are hand drawn and designed with love. She has her handle names down here for her TikTok, her Instagram, and her Facebook. I don't have social media, but in case you're interested in purchasing these for yourselves, that is her name there, Hadley Designs. Hopefully you guys can see that. If not, I'll pop it up here on the screen. But you can find it on Amazon, and she has quite a few different ones. There's some Christian ones that she has that I want to get as well, and they were a pretty good price. I think this was like $22. I think it was on sale though, so I'm not sure what the original price was, but there are 16 different posters in here, and they're all just like different posters like ABCs, numbers, days of the week, seasons, and things like that. So I'm going to be putting these up in their classroom. That is everything that I got from Amazon that I wanted to show you guys. I felt like I just like fit the vibes for this video because a lot of it was bookish. But yeah, now I am going to go get some water and change out of my pajamas. And I will catch you guys in the next slide. Hello, I am back after quite some time. So change of plans, we didn't end up going to the grocery store. I actually ended up helping my husband put together our new kitchen table and the little cubby storage organizer thing that I got the kids for the homeschool classroom area. And by helped, I mean watched and helped take care of the kids and keep them out of his way. I love our new table. It is so much smaller and so much more compact. It fits the space beautifully. He put up the whiteboard that we already had for like years now, and then he also, like I said, built that cubby storage. I still need to buy the bins, so maybe next paycheck I'll do that. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to decorate the space. Maybe I'll go in there and give you guys a little sneak peek of what it's looking like, because it looks so good, and I cannot wait to decorate it. It's just going to make it look even better. The kids already absolutely love it. Me and my husband ate lunch at the table today. Loved it. It was very comfortable. The seats are also like velvety cushion as well, so it's super comfortable for the kids to sit in when they're doing their homework and things like that. But yeah, basically we did that all day today and had lunch, and then kind of cleaned up a little bit and just like organized things, moved furniture around. And yeah, that's basically it. So we didn't end up going to the grocery store today. We're going to do that tomorrow on Sunday. But I've just been kind of like cleaning up my room a little bit. I cleaned the floor over here because baby girl loves to bring all of her toys into my room. So there was just like a mess with that and just like trash on the floor from putting up all of my annotating supplies and things like that. So I was cleaning that up. I made my bed, and then I have a big basket of laundry that I need to fold. So I'm about to get this laundry folded and pop in a VHS tape. Me and baby girl are going to watch the new Ariel VHS tapes that I showed you guys while I get this laundry done. And yeah, that's the plan. Once I'm done with that, I am thinking about showering and then having coffee and reading. So that's the plan. I want to read for an hour tonight. And yeah, so come along with me as I get this laundry done. I just want to pick up my mug and drink. Like, I love it so much. I haven't even said a proper good morning to you guys. Today is Sunday. We kind of had a lazy morning this morning. Everybody woke up and we put on The Little Mermaid again this morning, and so we watched that in bed, and then everyone kind of just like got up one by one, got breakfast for all of the kiddos out. Last night I did not end up doing what I said I was gonna do.
What did I tell you guys I was gonna do?
Well, I folded the laundry, we watched The Little Mermaid, and then I was going to take a shower and then get some reading time in. Reading time did not end up happening. I ended up cleaning my closet floor because it was a hot mess express, and so that took me probably about an hour to clean and just like organize everything. There was just a lot of like dirty laundry and just shoes and stuff like that, so I just needed to put everything back where it belonged. And then after that, me and baby girl took a shower, and then I was just done for. I didn't feel like reading, so I put on Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and me, hubby, and baby girl watched that until it was time for bed. We turned in pretty early last night, at least early for us anyway, and then yeah, got up this morning, well, after watching Little Mermaid this morning, got up, made the kids breakfast, and then I broke 2 nails last night while cleaning my closet. Thank goodness I do my own nails, so I was able to fix them. So I fixed my 2 nails this morning while I listened to more of Cilka's journey on audiobook. I think I listened to like a chapter or two. I think I listened to 2 chapters. And then yeah, I went and made me some coffee, and now I am reading The Proposal. And so right now Carlos stayed over at Nicole's house, and he got up and made breakfast for them, and she's like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? Like, her best friend Courtney said that people in LA like don't take relationships seriously, and the only people who do are the people who stay home and make breakfast for each other. And so as she's watching Carlos whip up breakfast for them, she's like,
oh my gosh, like he wants a serious relationship, and that's not what I want right now, girl. Yes you do. Yes you do.
so she literally tells him like, I'm not looking for a serious relationship right now, like we're really good friends, I love hanging out with you, I love being with you, but yeah, we're just like really good friends except with benefits. And he's like,
Oh yeah, totally.
and they literally clink coffee mugs, and they're like, yep, this is what we're doing. And I'm like,
No, like you guys are literally made for each other.
like I will never understand how people just have casual flings. Like I could never. I get attached, so that's just crazy to me. I am glad that I found my one. Me and my husband have been together like over 10 years now. Our wedding anniversary just passed. We've been married for 6 years, so I love my husband so much. But yeah, it's just crazy to me how people like casual flings, and I feel like that's even more of a thing now in this younger generation. Like nobody wants to put a label on anything or get married or stay committed, and it's just, I'm just sitting back here with my coffee like,
Yeah.
anyways, I forgot to pause my timer. Oh well, that's okay. I set my timer for 45 minutes, so I'm going to continue reading now. I am on chapter 13. This book is getting so good, you guys. I actually want to keep reading. I actually read well past my timer. I don't know how much time I read for, but I read 3 chapters. And so now Nicole has met Carlos's friends, and she was kind of hesitant because she was like, I thought we already established that, you know, we're not in a serious relationship. Like, why am I meeting your friends? But she went along with it, and it was honestly really funny because if you didn't know, this story is written by a Black author, and so the main girl, Alexa, from the first book, The Wedding Date, is Black, and then Nicole is also Black in this story. And so when they met each other for the first times, they were like completely shocked that Carlos's friend was engaged to a Black woman, and then Alexa was also shocked to see that Carlos's friend that he's like, you know, messing around with, dating, whatever, was Black. So I just thought that was so funny to me. Like, Nick was like saying like, you know, Alexa's face looked completely surprised when she walked in, like knowing that she's black, and she was like, if Alexa was white, the look on her face would have probably been completely different. And so I don't know, I just thought that was so funny and just like relatable. Like being half black myself, like I've seen those expressions like in life, so I don't know, I just thought that was really funny. But it is getting really good, and they talk about food so much in this book. The author did mention that on the back. So she went over to his house and he made her risotto. I've never had risotto, I don't think. But oh, it sounded so good. And they mentioned coffee so much. He made her breakfast in bed, like so cute. And you're telling me this is just a casual fling? There's no way. No man in their right mind who's having a casual fling is gonna let the girl stay over, make her coffee in bed and breakfast in bed. Like, yes, he's a keeper. He is a freaking keeper. So that is where I am. I am more than halfway through the book. I'm actually, yeah, way more than halfway through the book. I have 2 bookmarks in here because I like to mark the page that I started out on and then mark the page that I ended on, especially because I plan on reading more tonight, hopefully. My daughter ended up falling asleep. She was on the floor playing with her toys, and I heard snoring, and I peeked over behind my bed, and she's asleep on the floor. So I need to move her to the bed. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go like tidy the living room kitchen area, get our bags ready and things like that, because we need to go grocery shopping tonight. I actually need to finish making the grocery list because I didn't do that yesterday, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. I have a few things that I want to write down in my reading journal, so I kind of need to do that too. But I'll probably just end up doing that later because I need to make this grocery list and get our bags and get everyone just like dressed and ready to go grocery shopping today. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay guys, here is a quick sneak peek at what our homeschool classroom is looking like. It's so cute. Don't mind our incredibly boring view in our dirty window. I plan on cleaning that sometime soon, and I'm gonna get some like stained glass window clings to make a more prettier scenery. But in the meantime, this is a work in progress. This is our kitchen right now. So I have a hanging plant there. That one's real. I have these 2 cute signs. This is our new table. So cute. I love the chairs. Like this velvety material. I love it. Don't mind the trash over there. This is a homeschool cart that needs to be organized. So yeah, we have a 4-chair table. And then over here is our whiteboard. This fake plant I actually have in the middle of our table. Is that not cute? That is so cute. And then over here is the little cubby storage thing. So I still have to get all of the bins to put in here. My daughter put that one there. But yeah, I need to buy all of the bins, and then I can put all of their fun little like manipulatives and stuff like that in there that they can pull and bring to the table. And then I'm gonna put like chunky puzzles and just like construction paper and things like that. And then those posters I showed you guys, I'm gonna be putting all over the wall here. So yeah, that is what our homeschool classroom is looking like. I love it. It's so cute. Baby girl loves it. You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're not going to talk about all of the popcorn on the floor from our afternoon snack, are we?
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I'd give you guys a quick sneak peek at what our homeschool classroom is looking like. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a like decorate with me, our homeschool classroom organization video over on my family channel. But anyways, I just wanted to pop in here because I realized I forgot to show you guys. And so now I'm going to do some Bible journaling and then also update some book reviews in my reading journal. And I'm going to get me a iced coffee. It's been a few days since you guys saw me last. I think the last footage that you guys seen of me, I was doing Bible journaling and like writing down some thoughts on the book that I'm reading in my reading journal. So yeah, it's actually been like, 2 days since then. So recap, that was Sunday when you guys seen me, and I had every intention of like reading more and getting some more reading done and showing you guys a book haul and then just like wrapping up the vlog. But then after Bible journaling and all of that, we ended up going grocery shopping, and then when we came back, I started putting all of the groceries away. I didn't even do a grocery haul for my other channel because I started to not feel very good. Like, I just started feeling nauseous and cramping because
Mother Nature has decided to show herself.
and so I already knew that my period was coming, so I honestly just went and laid down for the rest of the night, and me and the kids just kind of popped VHS tapes in and out for the rest of the night until we went to bed. And then yeah, I woke up the next day on Monday and honestly didn't feel like picking up the camera, didn't feel like doing anything because I was still cramping. Like the first 3 days of my period are like,
don't mess with me.
like just let me be in my own little bubble. I'm just like quiet, don't want to do anything. And so yeah, that's what I did yesterday. Absolutely nothing. I literally binge watched Desperate Housewives yesterday. I think I'm on like season 6 or something like that. And then yeah, I didn't do anything yesterday. I did read a little bit of The Proposal. I think I read like 2 chapters yesterday. I didn't film it though because yeah, I didn't feel like being on camera. But yeah, I read like 2 chapters. So currently, I'm on page 235 on chapter 17. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but I am more than halfway through the book. Like, I'm almost done. I do have double bookmarks in there right now. Hoping to finish this within the next couple of days. I was really hoping to finish this over the weekend, or at least by Monday, but like, yeah, that didn't end up happening. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, that's basically everything I did yesterday. I did a Target pickup order on Sunday, and I wanted to show you guys the books that I got. I mean, I did do an overview of the books that I got, but I kind of wanted to go in depth on them. Today, it is currently like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, got up, made breakfast. I haven't even read anything today. I did listen to Cilka's Journey a little bit this morning while I did my makeup. So yeah, I listened to a little bit. I'm on chapter 12, I think, and so I'm like in the middle of chapter 12. I just listened to the audiobook while I did my makeup, so I really didn't get very far. Right now I'm on page 136 in Cilka's Journey. Yeah, I'm not even halfway through this book. Honestly, this book just kind of serves as a book that I listen to when I'm doing my makeup or I'm doing computer work. So I honestly haven't really been listening to it very much because the data entry stuff that I am doing for work, I finished. And so I actually need to go down to the office to learn how to do something else that my husband's grandma is going to have me do. So yeah, we ended up getting sick. So, well, the kids got sick, and so we just like didn't end up doing that. And yeah, we just haven't had the right schedule for me to go down and do that. So right now I don't have any work to do. I'm all caught up on my work, so I haven't been listening to my audiobook because I pretty much listen to audiobooks only when I'm doing work. But yeah, I've been trying to listen to the audiobook when I do my makeup though, or when I do my nails, which I took off my nails because I have been deep cleaning stuff, just like getting things prepared and stuff for like the homeschool classroom and stuff like that. And my nails just keep breaking with everything that I'm doing, so I just ripped them all off.
Not really ripped them all off, but
I ripped them all off, and so yeah, I'll just do my nails on a later date when I'm not doing extensive deep cleaning to where they're just gonna keep breaking, especially because the longer they are, the easier they break on me. But yeah, that's where I'm at with my reading. You won't be seeing me read anymore in this vlog because I'm gonna show you guys the books that I got from Target, and then a package literally just showed up on my door today, so I was like, let's open it together because why not? And then I'm thinking about pulling down a special edition book that I pre-ordered from Fairy Loot to share with you guys. So I think I might do that, and then I'll just wrap up this vlog, you guys, because yeah, I think this vlog is long enough. And honestly, the footage is so cute. I love it. It's such a vibe, and I can't wait to go back and edit this vlog. Like, such cute, fun memories for me to look back on. I love it for me. But yeah, that's where I'm at with my reading. I am reading The Proposal in Cilka's Journey. I don't know when I'll be doing a reading vlog again, but I will say that I absolutely loved filming this and making this kind of content, and I definitely will be doing it again. I don't know when, like I'm not going to be doing it like on a weekly basis or anything like that, but I'll definitely do it here and there because it was honestly so much fun. And I might even just start doing like weekend reading vlogs because I just feel like that's a lot easier for me doing it over the weekend than doing it during the week. It just kind of works out with our schedules. But yeah, it was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to go back and edit the footage, and I definitely will be doing one in the future. But yeah, you probably won't see my thoughts on these books until I do a reading wrap up. Let me show you the books that I got from Target. I mean, yeah, you guys already saw an overview of the books, but let me explain why I bought these. So, I mean, do I ever have an actual real justifiable reason as to why I buy any books that I buy?
No.
But let me explain why I bought these books. So recently Target just had their buy two get one free sale, which I love when they have that, because if you know, you know, I love buying books for a good deal. I hate buying books full price. Like, I just don't like that. Like, I'm not one of those girls who shops at Barnes & Nobles on a weekly basis. Like, that's not me. That would literally break my freaking bank, and my bank is already broken enough, okay? So, I mean, I do love Barnes & Nobles, and it's like an every once in a grand while treat that I would like to like go in person and like buy a few books from, probably like their special editions, like their exclusive Barnes & Noble special editions. But other than that, I'm strictly buying off of like Book Outlet and Thriftbooks, which are like online used discounted bookstores, and things like that. And then yeah, I love when Target does their like buy one get one half off, or their buy two get one free. So my husband bought me a bunch of books for our wedding anniversary. I think I mentioned that, but yeah, he got me a bunch of books for our wedding anniversary, and then we went in person. We had a little date night, which was so fun. We haven't had a date night in like so long. I think I already talked about that in this vlog though, but I honestly can't remember. But yeah, he bought me like 9 books. Yeah, like 9 books on our date night. And then anyways, I was doing a Target pickup order because they just have the best selection when it comes to coffee creamer, because we shop at Winco most of the time. And so I just did some things for pickup, like tortillas and like the low carb balanced tortillas and some coffee creamer. And then I seen that it was literally the last day for their buy two get one free book sale, and I was like,
I just have to. I just have to.
So yeah, these books actually caught my eye when we were in person shopping, but they weren't the books that I really wanted to get over all the other 9 books that I picked out. But they have been on my mind like for a while now, honestly. But ever since we went shopping in person for our anniversary date, they had all 3 of the books, and they're just so beautiful. The covers are beautiful, and they are a cowboy romance, and I've never read a cowboy romance before. I've been wanting to try it out and see how I like it, and if nothing else, the covers are freaking gorgeous, and I just have to have them. And so that is the Rebel Blue Ranch series. You guys, these are so cute. So stinking cute. So this is done and dusted by Lila Sage. I mean, look at that freaking cover, you guys. Is that not giving everything? Like, even the spines are super cute. And then, so yeah, I think this is the first book in the series, and then they didn't have the second book in the series. So when I was doing a pickup order, it said that there was only 2 left for the second book, and it was like, do you want to substitute just in case, like, you know, if if they don't have enough copies. So I was like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and substitute. So I substituted it for a different book, and I was really hoping that there would at least be one copy of the book, but unfortunately there wasn't. I mean, I could have had them ship it out to me, but yeah, I just decided to pick out a different book. So I'll have to go and pick up the second one. But the third one is Lost and Lassoed. Like, you guys, these covers are everything. They're freaking gorgeous. So I am missing the second book, so I definitely need to pick that one up. But these are supposed to be like cowboy romances. It says a sweet slow burn, sunshine in written form. So yeah, I'm excited. And then I was reading the back of this when I got them, and I was like, wait, like, is this like a spicy book? Like, I have no idea. So if you haven't heard of this book, I'll go ahead and read it. And I think every book in this series is technically a standalone, so I love that. It says she's off limits, but he's never been good at following the rules. I already love it. It says discover the sizzling small town brother's best friend romance. It says for the first time in her life, Clementine Emmy Ryder has no idea what she's doing. She's accomplished everything on her to-do list. She left her small hometown of Meadow Lark, Wyoming, went to college, and made a career for herself by doing her favorite thing, riding horses. But after an accident makes it impossible for her to get back into the saddle, she has no choice but to return to the hometown she always wanted to escape. Luke Brooks is Meadowlark's most notorious bad boy, bar owner and bachelor. He's also the unofficial fifth member of the Ryder family. As Emmy's older brother's best friend, of course, Luke spent most of his childhood antagonizing her, or liking her. It's been years since he's seen her, but when she walks into his bar and back into his life, he can't take his eyes off her. Against his better judgment, he wants to do a whole lot more than just look at her. That sounds so freaking good. Emmy's got too much on her mind to think about romance, and Luke knows he should stay away from his best friend's younger sister. But what if Luke is just what Emmy needs to get her spark back? Or will they both go up in flames? That sounds so stinking good. So stinking good. I'm so here for it. I honestly wish that I was reading it right now. Like, that's how freaking good this book sounds. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I've never read a cowboy romance or any type of book that just like involves horses, so I love that for me. And then yeah, like I said, all these books are like standalones, so let's just read this one. It says, she thrives in chaos, he prefers routine. The only thing they have in common, how much they hate each other. So it sounds like we're having like an enemies to lovers. It says from the best-selling author of Done and Dusted and Swift and Saddled. So Swift and Saddled is the second book. The highly anticipated next book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, a small-town romance in which enemies turn to lovers when they're forced to work together during one hot summer. Teddy Anderson doesn't have a plan. She's never needed one before. She's always been more of a go-with-the-flow type of girl, but for some reason the flow doesn't seem to be going her way this time. Her favorite vintage suede jacket has a hole in it. Her sewing machine is broken, and her best friend just got engaged. Suddenly, everything feels like it's starting to change. Teddy is used to being a leader, but now she feels like she's getting left behind, wondering if life in the small town she loves is enough for her anymore. Gus Ryder has a lot on his plate. Okay, so I'm wondering, is this like the brother, her older brother, Emmy's older brother, because her name is Ryder. So that's what I'm guessing. He doesn't know what's harder, taking care of his family's 8,000-acre ranch or parenting his spunky 6-year-old daughter who is staying with him for the summer. Gus has always been the dependable one, but when his workload starts to overwhelm him, he has to admit that he can't manage everything on his own. He needs help. His little sister's best friend, the woman he can't stand, is not who he has in mind. Of course, her best friend. His sister's best friend. But when no one else can step in, Teddy's the only option he's got. Teddy decides to use the summer to try to figure out what she wants out of life. Gus, on the other hand, starts to worry that he'll never find what he needs. Tempers flare, tension builds, and for the first time ever, Gus and Teddy start to see each other in a different light. As new feelings start to simmer below the surface, they must decide whether they should act on them. Can they keep things cool, or will both of them get burned? It sounds so stinking good. So I'm pretty sure this is Emmy's older brother, and so now he's gonna start dating her best friend. I love it. I love it. They're both like dating each other's best friends. So Sounds so good. I have no idea what the middle one is about or what character it's about, but they both sound really good. I had to pick them up, so I'll definitely have to go back and get the second one soon. And then the last book that I ended up getting that was my substitute for the second book and the Rebel, what is it? The Rebel Blue Ranch series. And that is Lights Out by Navissa Allen. It says the couple who slays together stays together. An Into Darkness novel. So I'm loving the blue color. Look at the spine. So pretty. Back of the book. If you hear crunching and munching and cartoons, that's my daughter in the background per usual with her little snacks and her pad. But I have heard so many good things about this book. But honestly, I don't think I was prepared for what this book is exactly about. Like, from my understanding, just from little what I have heard about it, I thought it was kind of like a stalker romance. But then someone else kind of like intervenes and like they start falling for each other or something like that because he's like trying to protect her from her stalker.
But when I read the back of the book, y'all, I don't know if I'm ready for this book. Like...
I don't know. Okay, let me read it to you guys. A dark romance like you've never seen before. Can you handle the ride? And I don't know, you guys. I have never read a book like this, so when I read the back, I was like...
Okay,
I guess there's a first time for everything. It says, I want someone with a soul as black as night. Someone who would burn the world down for me and not lose a single minute of sleep over it. Trauma nurse Ali Capalucci doesn't need any more kinks. She likes the one she's landed on just fine. To her, nothing could top the masked men she follows online. She fantasizes about one man in particular hunting her down.
Okay, Ali. You're getting into some crazy stuff, but we ain't gonna judge. We ain't gonna judge, okay?
But she never could have guessed that one drunken text could make those dreams into reality. I want things most people don't, craving darkness and depravity instead of light and love.
I can't say I agree with you on that. I'm gonna stay in the light and love section. But when it comes to books, you can give me all the darkness you want.
Josh Hammond has spent his life avoiding the limelight, but his online persona is another story. At night he posts masked thirst traps for his millions of fans, but one follower has caught his eye. Allie.
so like, is this kind of like an OnlyFans, but like a darker version?
I don't know. Like, I don't really know much about OnlyFans, and the only reason why I know what an OnlyFans is because, I don't know, should we do a story time? Let me finish telling you guys what this book is about, and then I'm going to give you guys a story time that you're not going to believe. Together, Allie and Josh live out their darkest fantasies, unaware that Allie has captured the attention of someone with far more sinister intentions. As Josh turns from predator to protector, he must ask himself how far he'll go for the woman he's obsessed with. It sounds like it's going to be a lot. Like, there's even a content warning, a whole page of trigger warnings, and I read through them and I was like,
What now?
like, let me just go through these trigger warnings with you guys. Like, if you're going to be triggered by the stuff that I'm about to say, I would just say to fast forward through this.
Booty play.
It doesn't say that word, but yeah, I'm not going to say that word. Oh my gosh. Alcohol consumption, mention of off-page.
Yeah, we're not going to say that word either.
Child abuse, medical content, blood and gore, discussion of mental health, mention of serial killers and their crimes, limited description of a mass shooting, stalking, invasion of privacy, home invasion, hidden cameras, hacking, theft, unintentional cannibalism.
Unintentional? Like how?
Death, car accident, description of a violent death, death of a parent, breath play.
Like, what even is that? Like, you like holding your breath or something?
Knife play, gun play, fear play, primal play, mask play.
I don't want any part of any of that. No, thank you.
Consensual dubious consent. Like, that is a lot. I don't know what I got myself into, but I can't lie. I'm intrigued and I want to know. I want to know what this book is all about, and I'm here for the ride. Let's just do it, right? Let's just do it. And if I don't like it, then I'll know that these types of books aren't for me. I would say this is probably going to be the darkest romance book I've ever read in my entire life. And I thought 50 Shades of Grey was dark. Honestly, that's really light and fluffy, probably compared to this. But anyways, you guys, yeah, that's the third book that I got, so I'm excited to add these to my collection. I still do have that package to open with you guys, but first, story freaking time. Story freaking time. Because, okay, what was I talking about? Oh, OnlyFans. Okay, so if you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but like me and my husband, we don't have social media at all. We haven't had social media in like, I don't know, like 8 years or so. Like, it's honestly been a really, really long time. So like the only social media we have is we have YouTube. Like we watch YouTube videos together or like on our own, and then I obviously have YouTube accounts. But other than that, we don't have Instagram. Freaking hate TikTok. No offense to you out there who like it. But yeah, we don't have Instagram. We don't have TikTok. We've actually never even had a TikTok account ever in our life. We don't have Snapchat, Facebook, whatever is out there that's popular right now. We don't have it, and we haven't had in like 8+ years. Best way to go. If you are married or you're thinking about getting married, throw the social media out the window. I'm telling you right now, but that's a story for another day. I could probably go in depth on why social media is not it for any relationship, especially marriage. Like, that was something that we decided early on, and it's very ironic because we actually met on Instagram. Yep, my husband slid into my DMs, okay? But yeah, then we started dating for a year. He proposed to me, we got engaged, and then from there we just kind of were like, we don't need this. Like, what even is it? Like, it's literally like keeping up with the freaking Joneses. Everyone's fake as heck. No one's really your friend, and like, here we are 8 years later, 10 years later, honestly, we've been together for 10 years. But not a single person that we followed or that followed us on our social media platforms are we still friends with to this day. And that's saying a lot. That is saying a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your circles small. I feel like I can get off topic here in so many different ways, but let's stay on topic with the OnlyFans. So anyways, yes, we don't have any type of social media or anything like that, so I didn't even know what an OnlyFans was. I started babysitting like a few years back for just like extra side income for myself to be able to like spend money on what I want, because I'm just that type of person where I don't like spending my husband's money. I want to have my own money to be able to buy myself things. So I started like babysitting from inside my house, just like our neighbors and stuff like that. I actually made my one and only friend from babysitting her son. But yeah, I ended up babysitting these 2 little girls, and I thought her mom was really, really nice. And so we kind of started becoming friends with them. They would come over, we would have dinner together and just like hang out and stuff. I quickly noticed that they were a little too young for us. They were actually around the same age as us, but very young-minded. I am 29, and so a lot of the people that we meet to just like smoke, drink, go party, don't give a rat's ass about their kids, or maybe they do, but the highlight of their life is just like going out and traveling and doing all of these things with just the couples and always leaving the kids behind. And me and my husband are not like that. We are very family oriented. We go on a date once a year, like literally once a freaking year for our anniversary. Anywhere we go when we're traveling, going on vacations, our kids go with us. Like, I don't know, we're just super family oriented. And so we noticed very quickly right off the bat that they were very young and just kind of wanted to just like drink and smoke without the kids, and like, we're not about that life. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke. Like, my husband, he smokes cigarettes and he has a drink from time to time, but he's more of just like a special event type drinker. Like, okay, if it's Christmas, he might have a drink or something like that, you know what I mean? But he's not like a huge drinker or anything like that. And so it was just kind of like, you know, like, this really isn't the type of friends that we typically associate with. And then it just started to become really weird with them. The first time like we ever actually like, let me get comfortable here, y'all. Let me get comfortable here. But the first time we ever actually like hung out with them outside of me just babysitting their kids, I got this really weird vibe from them. And I'm gonna get off on a tangent here again, but I have this really neat gift from God. I kind of see things before it happens. And I know not everybody's gonna believe in stuff like that, but I'm not kidding. Like, I promise, like, I put that on the Bible. I literally see things before it happens all the time. They're called premonitions. I believe it is a gift from God. I believe God has given me this gift to be able to help my family. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen things before it happened, and it really truly helped in like figuring out who really is my friend and who isn't, and just like random strangers. If I get a vibe, I've never been wrong. Like, my mom even gets these visions as well, and she's never been wrong either on her vibe about people. And so this time, the first time that we ever actually like hung out with them like in person, I got this really weird vibe. Now, they didn't say anything, or do anything to make me think this. It just came to me. And so after hanging out with them, I told my husband, I was like, I don't know why, but I feel like they're swingers. And he looked at me and started laughing, like,
what the heck? Like, what gave you the impression that they're swingers? Like, what did they say?
And I was like, the thing is, they didn't say anything that made me think that. I just feel that. I just get that vibe from them, and I don't know why. And normally when I get a vibe, it's like there's something there. Like, I can tell, okay, this person's a moocher. They're trying to mooch off of us. They're trying to see what they can get out of us, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, but this time there was nothing. Nothing was said. Nothing was done to make it be known that they're swingers. I don't know. I just got that kind of vibe. And I was like, that's a weird vibe. I've never gotten that kind of vibe from somebody before. So, you know, I was like, let me give them a second chance. I am a firm believer in second chances, unless it's just a complete no-go from the beginning. So I gave them another chance, you know, and
Boy, was that a mistake. That was a mistake.
we invited them back over for dinner. And so the mom was like telling me how she bought all of this lingerie and everything off of Shein. She proceeds to show me her purchase of all this lingerie, like cosplay stuff that she bought, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, I know girls talk about stuff like this, like, ooh, look what I bought, like this cute frilly lingerie set or whatever I bought, you know, for my husband. You know, I'm really private when it comes to like our intimate life, you know what I mean? That's between me and my husband, but I know some girlfriends talk about that kind of stuff amongst each other. I feel like that's just like a movie cliche type thing, but I don't know, I could be wrong. But you know, she's showing me these things and I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird, like, why do I want to see your lingerie? And then she proceeds to like tell me how her and her husband have always wanted to live on like a ranch where it's like a small little community, kind of like off-grid. Everyone just kind of like, instead of using money, they like trade and stuff like that. And like everyone is just like naked on the ranch and is just like free to be who they are. And like asking me, wouldn't I like to live like that? And like starts telling me how like somebody in her family owns this ranch or something like that, owns this big house, and that they're thinking about moving there, and that we could move there with them. The house is big enough to fit both of us, and we could start up our own little community thing. And I'm like, oh, like, no, that's not for me, you know? And I'm just like, okay, this is weird. You know, I'm not going to judge. Like, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into, but that's not what I'm into. And then, like, she proceeds to talk about her husband and, like, how he wants more kids. They have two girls, and he wants more kids, but she doesn't want any more, and that she's totally okay with him going out and getting somebody else pregnant if he chooses to have another kid. And then proceeds to tell me how pretty I am, and I was like,
oh my gosh, dinner cannot finish up fast enough.
and then she proceeds to like start telling me how she has an OnlyFans account and her husband loves it and it's so sexy and just like all of these things. So that is the only reason why I know what an OnlyFans account is, and that was a crazy, crazy story of my life, you guys. Needless to say, that was the last time we seen them. I immediately stopped watching her kids, her poor kids. They were such good kids and they got along so well with our kids, but yeah, I told her I wasn't going to be babysitting anymore, and I just stopped talking to her. I literally ghosted her. I don't give a f. Like, it is what it is. I'm not going to have people like that in my life. And quite the story. Quite the story. If you guys have any crazy stories, comment them down below. I'll never forget that story. Crazy, crazy time. This is what happens when you just babysit random people off the neighborhood app. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, because I did make a lovely, loyal friend off of the neighborhood app. I started babysitting her kids, and we have become really good friends since then. So I did make a one friend out of babysitting, which is nice. But yeah, that's a whole crazy story that I just had to tell you guys, because I don't know, the whole lights out thing with this guy getting on here and putting on masks and like, what did it say? He posts masked thirst traps for his millions of fans. So I'm gonna assume it's like some type of OnlyFans. Yeah, that just like reminded me of that story, and I was just like, I have to tell you guys. I have to tell you guys. Okay, so let's open up this package. I'm super excited. I already know what it is. This is my pre-ordered book. Here comes my daughter. She's like, what do you have, mommy? It's just a book. This is a pre-order to the second book in the Windsor series. I don't even know if that's what that series is called, but that's what I'm gonna call it. So let's open her up. I already see the purple sprayed edges. I'm so excited. This is The Temporary Wife by Katharina Mora. This is a romance book. So pretty. This is the deluxe edition. I got it off of Amazon, obviously. Look at those purple sprayed edges. Okay, so yeah, this is the second book in the series. If you watched my spring reads or my fall reads, no, my winter reading wrap up, I read The Wrong Bride by Katharina Mora, which is the first book in the series. So stinking good. It is a spicy arranged marriage romance book. Chef's freaking kiss. I gave that book 6 stars. This is a 6-book series, but each book can be read as a standalone. Each book dives into a different Windsor sibling. So the Windsors are a family of 6. Their grandma takes care of them, and she makes arranged marriages for each of her grandchildren because they're like billionaires, and so she wants to keep that wealth going throughout the family. But she knows what she's doing. She gives them arranged marriages to the girls that she knows are meant to be for them, even if they don't know it yet, or even if they don't want to outright say it and believe it themselves. But this is The Temporary Wife, so this follows another sibling in the Windsor family. So I'll read it to you. It says, when Luca Windsor's secretary suddenly quits her job shortly after his family forces him into an unwanted engagement, he sets out to solve both problems by secretly marrying his secretary, Valentina, instead. The rules are simple. 1, don't fall in love. 2, keep their marriage a secret at work. And 3, share a bed every night. Oh yes. It was meant to be a straightforward and mutually beneficial deal, but with each day that passes, it becomes clearer to Luca that the one thing Valentina wants is the only thing he can never do. Letting her go. I cannot wait because we already know that these two are in love with each other and that they're just going to continue to grow their love for each other, but loving the black with the white font page. Love that. So I'm excited. Ooh, each chapter starts like that. I don't remember if the first book did that or not. I don't think it did, but I'm excited to dive into this. Like, I need to dive into this over my spring reads. That's how excited I am for it. It was a pre-order, but if you want this like sprayed edge version, then they are slowly coming out. So this literally just got released on April 1st. And so yeah, I came in today and I'm so excited. So yeah, that's my little book haul and my little story time rant. I hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, I need to end out this vlog, you guys. I think this vlog has been long enough. Thank you guys so much for coming along this weekend with me for just fun stuff and reading. I feel like I didn't read as much as I would have liked to, but with kids and being a mom, I never know when I'm gonna have a full weekend of just reading and hitting those reading goals, or when I'm gonna have a weekend where I barely get to read. But it is okay because tomorrow is another day and I know I'll have more time to read tomorrow. Like today, I really wanted to make some coffee and read, but I have to get ready because my husband surprised us with hockey tickets tonight. So we're going to a hockey game again tonight. I thought he was trying to pull a fast one on me because today is April Fool's Day, but he was being dead serious. So I love how spontaneous my husband is. We're always spontaneous. Like, we'll go on spontaneous trips and stuff like that, and I just love that about him, and I love that about our relationship. Anyways, you guys, I need to end out this vlog because, like I said, it's a long one. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me this weekend. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out when I upload another video. And yeah, you guys, thank you guys so much for coming along with me as I chit-chatted with you guys and just had a fun, like, weekend. It was a fun weekend. It was a really fun weekend. So anyways, you guys, don't forget to drop down in the comments down below letting me know that you are here and you made it to the very end. If you did, leave me a... Is there a cowboy hat emoji or like a cowboy boot emoji? Leave me one of those, or like a brown heart, anything like brown. Anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.